All right, serious Riku time. We need to talk about a certain list I've seen over on social media, specifically Twitter, talking about the changes they would like to see in Dragon Ball Legends. Now, I saw this tweet, and I'm basically going to cover it and give my own opinion on what I think is good or what's not really good to change and whatnot. But regardless, start this video off. I don't think anybody on this planet Earth likes Zenkai. Not me, not Rhyme Style, no one else. I'm pretty sure. Regardless, RikuTheBest. I'm not gonna do my intro for the people that don't know me. I'm highly energetic. Normally, a lot of my videos, I'm yelling and blah, blah, blah. If ADHD, don't judge me. The schedule of hype characters is unsustainable and hell for every players. Oh, I would have worded that a little different. So basically, he's talking about the Zenkai, not the Zenkai, the LFs from November, December, and January. I definitely agree with that. The double LF definitely caught me off of guard. And I hope to not see that as much, honestly. I honestly hope to see something like that maybe once a year. But I can understand with Christmas and the Black Friday being hype holidays and they had to bring out some hype units. But like 3 LFs back to back is pretty hurtful. If anything, I would say they should have kept the banners out longer to make them obtainable for maybe free-to-play players. I mean, they were there for a while, not gonna lie. They were there for like a month and some change, but they ended around the same time for the most part, you know? So yeah, the rate of LFs is it's gonna get pretty rough. I can probably see it from just seeing the release of these past units, honestly. Am I looking forward to it? I mean, not really. If I'm gonna keep real with you, Chief, I'm gonna just summon for the ones that I want. Like right now, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks his Zenkai has been announced over on Twitter. Am I gonna Zenkai him? No, I don't need him. I have Vegito Blue for future. I have the free Legends Road Transforming Trunks Zenkai 7 for future. I don't need that. I don't need that Trunks, even to showcase as a content creator. I don't need them. I don't Zenkai all my units. And I will happily go down the list of the units I have not Zenkai. Personal preference, of course. So LFs are definitely coming to, or Legends Limited units are coming a little too fast. And I didn't know how to start this video off, by the way. I'm just gonna like go off of the list and everything. And 1 or 2 events every 2 weeks. 100% agree with that. I like to this day, I don't do any PvE event. I get on PvP and pretty much get off. I don't even do co-op. I missed the little Gogeta event for the Zenkaisos. That's on me. And stuff like that. PvE just isn't really that fun. Although I mainly play the game for PvP in the first place, but it's good to also have that PvE option for people who don't want to spend all day online and just, you know, have fun doing player versus environment events, you know? Because I think that would be pretty cool. 2,500 energy to farm only 1 free. Okay, so the whole energy system, I think it's gotten a lot better. The thing is, with the free to play units, I think they come back at a reasonable time. The reason I say that is, remember the kid Goku, the one that got Zenkai 7, the Dragon Ball one, the first time around he came out, I neglected him. I skipped him. I get about to Zenkai 4 and stopped there. And then ever since I fought that Zenkai kid free Goku online, I was like, man, I should have Zenkai 7'd this guy. So maybe 6 or 7 months later, I don't know the exact time, the event came back out. And I streamed the event, streamed it with you guys, to Zenkai 7 him, because I told everybody they should, because he may or may not come back out again, which he is out now. Obviously, you have to get the key from the shop and open up the event. But no, those events, I mean, they come back. They come back. I guess they should come back a lot sooner, if you will. You know, they should come back out a lot sooner. Which, I mean, I agree. Fury Broly has been out numerous of times and he's still out. They should just bring out the event and just have him stay there, you know? Because a lot of people get into the game, do miss these events to where they haven't been playing from the get-go. They just want to come in, you know, they haven't been playing like since the early release of the game. And now it's like they miss these units just because they never started from, you know, the early release of the game, and, you know, they get punished for it. So it's like, you know what? When y'all bring out these events, like the Zenkai Gotenks, Zenkai, Fury Broly, and the Android 21, definitely keep them out. I'll just say just keep them out to at least not force them to do the event within 1 or 2 days or whatnot and rush through it before the event ends, as opposed to having them doing it at their own pace. Because even for me, pay to play, even for me, when a lot of these events come out, I can't Zenkai every single body. Not that I wanted to, but for the ones I did want to, I can't do it right when it comes out, because my energy is gone. My skip tickets are gone. Like, I'm out of resources, man. So yeah, Zenkai souls is a hard pain to get. Would have worded that a little differently, but I understand nonetheless. Zenkai souls have been a little easier for us, especially with using the Ultra Space Time Rush medals. However, one thing I do want to include to make it a lot easier to provide Zenkai souls for everybody is just make adventures. You got a 7-hour adventure for just Super Souls and Rising Souls, and you have the 3 hours. Make one for Zenkai Souls, only Zenkai Souls, a 7-hour and a 3-hour for Zenkai Souls. I honestly think that's a really good idea, because although you do have the Ultra Space Time Rush medals, it's like, especially when a Zenkai unit comes out, there's gonna be Zenkai Awakening power in that shop as well. So you're gonna be using a lot of those points to even Zenkai them in the first place. So what I'm saying is definitely adventures specifically for Zenkai souls. I think that'll help out a lot, honestly. I know you have the Z medals, but the Z medals you use a lot of Z medals for a little amount of Zenkai souls. Like, I can go to it right now. Like, I don't have much Z medals left at all, dude. I'm barely over 100K. But yeah, that's honestly what I think they should just do. Provide adventures for Zenkai souls. Even if you don't provide Zenkai adventures, so to speak, at least put them in a shop to where you use the adventure currency for the shop where you get the Rising Souls and Super Souls and put Zenkai souls in there. I think that'd be a lot better, honestly. I think that just help out a lot with obtaining resources with the Zenkai souls, since we're getting Zenkais so often now. And I think that'll just help out everyone, honestly. Pay to play, free to play. You just gotta wait out the amount of time to get the Zenkai souls, you know? Okay, so as far as the boost unit for Zenkai power, I do think they should still keep it a feature character on the new banner, or the newest unit on the banner, but they should also do it for a pre-existing older character, you know? So basically, they should make the boost unit for dropping Z power not only the newest unit of the banner for when an event comes out, but it also an older unit, you know what I mean? Maybe a Legends Road unit. They should be utilizing maybe Legends Road units as a source to get more Zenkai power from these other Legends Road events, or other events, not even just Legends Road, you know what I mean? I think that'll be good. That's just me though. What do you guys think about that, honestly? Raid boss. All right, so I'm gonna keep real with y'all, Chief. Raid boss, I like the idea. No, it's not too much different from co-op, but the rewards I do like. However, I woke up the next day, normal people hours. I woke up maybe noon. That's not normal, by the way. And the raid boss is done. I didn't have a chance to do it at all. Between reset and me waking up, the raid boss is gone. It was done. It was the same for Goresh as well, you know? I think they should just keep the raid boss with a limited HP. Don't have the event end based on HP. Have the event end based on time. You have 7 days to do as much X amount of damage, and you get X amount of rewards. If you go over the limit, you get a bonus. Basically, if you do over 2 trillion damage within the 7 days or the 3 days or whatever the HP y'all want to give it, and then they get rewards from having at a certain amount of HP completed, you know what I mean? So instead of taking down the HP of the raid boss, just have it like a point system. If anything, take away the HP and have a point system. You get up to this amount of points, and then boom, you get these rewards. You know, if you get over the limit, like I said, you get bonus rewards. I think that work out better because, like I said, I woke up to the raid being finished. I didn't even have a chance to reset the game. Like, I woke up and it was like gone. I looked on Twitter. I'm like, wait, let me try the raid boss real quick. Go to it. It's grayed out. I'm like, I wanted to do the raid boss. Now I get no rewards. that was definitely something. That was definitely something. All right, so Space Time Rush, the amount of medals that you get for Space Time Rush, I feel like this. The event has been out long enough for you to acquire a lot of medals. Now, hear me out. Me, for someone who doesn't touch Ultra Space Time Rush, for someone who hasn't touched it until recently, until they revamped it. So basically, like every other 8 days, they come out with another Ultra Space Time Rush for you to get Ultra Space Time Rush medals, which is a really good idea. But I know it's a lot of resources to get out of that shop that you will want. You will want Awakening equipment. I know you want the Legends Limited Awakening power. I know you want the Zenkai souls. Honestly, I would say more so, if anything, probably balance out that. So don't try to go for everything at once. If you want to go for Awakening equipment, this Ultra Space Time Rush, definitely do it. If you want to go for like the Awakening power for this Zenkai unit that just came out, definitely do that. I know you can't do everything at once. I think they do give you a decent amount of medals, at least, for completing Ultra Space Time Rush, and especially with it resetting, what is it, like 7-8 days? I don't know the exact time. Please don't yeet me for that. But yeah, I think the amount of rush medals that you get is actually really good. I think it's good. You just need to figure out what you want to do per Ultra Space Time Rush. You complete the rush the first time, where you're going to use it on Awakening Power, or you're going to use it on Awakened Equipment. Are you going to use it on, you got to kind of like bounce it out. You know what I mean? That's what I think about it. But my whole issue with Zenkai in general is that it is definitely way too strong. I do admire that they are Zenkaiing Legends Road units like Goku and Trunks and the Gotenks to where you can make a team out of them with them just buffing each other, which is really good. I do like that team. My issue mostly came from Gohan, and I'm pretty sure they know this as well. Gohan is way too strong, honestly. It's like once they brought out Gohan, they really dug themselves in a hole, because what unit can surpass him without also being a Zenkai unit who's also vastly superior to majority of the non-Zenkai units? That's the thing. It's gonna be hard to top a unit like Gohan, because I feel like Gohan was a big mistake in the first place. You see, Gohan, he can shred literally every unit in the game. Literally every unit in the game. I'm not even joking, dude. I'm sure other units can do that too, but Gohan alone with the last standing, it got to the point where I don't even like using a lot of Gohan, because it's not fun using him. He's just broken. I know I'm saying that, and I really like Android 18, but that's a different story. Androids, how often are Androids broken? So that's why I like using 18. And I actually just recently banned myself from using Android 18, because I mean, she's just as bad. She's not as broken as Gohan, but like the fact that these Zenkai units, man, it's like you bring out Gohan, how are you going to come back from that? I love Gohan answers to every single thing in the game. Honestly, I love Gohan was a mistake. I think it was fine when like Zenkai Beerus came out. Maybe Zenkai Majin Buu was a little annoying because of his tanking abilities and whatnot, but the Zenkai, I love Gohan is definitely unstoppable. Zenkai units in general are just way too strong. Hear me out. Basically, when you pull for a new unit, especially a Legends Limited unit, and with them having the low pull rate that they have, you're lucky to even get one LF unit. And even then, they're not even at their strongest, obviously, because with you only pulling one copy, you're getting the bare minimum from that unit. And when you fight a Zenkai, a fully soul boosted Zenkai, LF is gonna seem like nothing in comparison to him. Basically, it's like when an LF unit comes out, and then maybe a month later, a Zenkai unit comes out of that same color of the same team and just completely replaces the unit. You know how upsetting that is? You know, I feel like a lot of people are definitely upset when Gogeta Blue came out, and then Zenkai 7 Gavageta came out, and it's like, well, we don't need Gogeta anymore. I don't think that's a good business practice, and I also don't think that was just good planning or good timing at all. Zenkai units are in a bad spot. I'll just word it like that. I don't necessarily like them. I never did. I can list off maybe 6 or 7 people who I've yet to fully Zenkai 7 or even touch at all. I have a whole list of people who I've Zenkai maybe half the roster of Zenkai units. And I mean, that goes to show you that, well, for one, I don't have the resources. And two, they're just broken, you know? I don't know. So honestly, I would really take all this in consideration, especially the Zenkai Souls part, to where you can include them in a shop for the adventures of that event, and definitely change up the raid boss. I know they're going to come out with another event. That's what this says in the video and stuff. If they're coming out with a completely different event, it's going to be played differently, whatnot. I'm curious to see about that. But for me, PvP has gotten much better since 2nd year anniversary. The only issue is just these overpowering Zenkai units, such as LF Gohan being at the top 100%, and then 18, the Super Saiyan 3 Purple Goku. These units are scary to fight. Are they unbeatable? No. Are they hard as hell to beat? Yes, sir, indeed. I mean, like I said, I covered everything on this list that I would have loved to, and it's a lot of good points made. 100%. A few I didn't agree with, but for the most part, I did agree mostly on the list and everything. So appreciate you guys. I don't know if a singular person made this over on Twitter or a collection of the community made this. You know, this is the type of constructive feedback that I would like to see more, instead of just 1-star review bombing and whatnot. That's not a good mindset to have. That's no different than quitting your job without putting in your 7 days first. You know, if you don't have a job, don't worry about that analogy. But yeah, honestly, PvE events, Zenkai. That I want to see major changes to those two. I just want to see what happens in the near future with those two. PvE events and Zenkais. Zenkai's definitely dug themselves a hole, especially with them coming out so frequently. They should be able to provide more Zenkai souls as well. Sure, it's going to be a grind, but you can't necessarily grind if you don't have the resources. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. And I don't know, it's a game I really enjoy. I love this game, and I'm sure you guys do as well. And you will like to see it just get better, because I know I do. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Yeah, Dark Knight out or something.